Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to our channel, Totally Tates. I'm Joshua.
I'm Crystal.
And I'm JJ.
These are our two sons, you guys. Baby Joseph, he is
Sleep.
in the bed, knocked out, and I definitely love that. It's middle of the day, so. But what's up, you guys? Welcome back. Look, we are so excited. We're glad to have you back with us here on our channel, Totally Taste. If this is your first time joining, make sure that you subscribe to our channel by clicking this thing right here. Ding, ding, ding. There we go. Just like Samson said, give me fist bump, man. Bing. Boom. Ah, you hurt my hand. So you guys, look, we've been thinking about something lately, and we decided that we want to make a video on it. And we want to talk about the idea that life is hard, but it gets easy.
Yeah.
And it's like, you guys, we know that in everybody's life, I don't care what life you live in everyone's life, you have something difficult in your life.
Yes.
Your life is difficult. There's certain things that everyone go through, with certain pressures that everyone has, certain challenges that everyone has that's different, and it's also difficult. But the whole idea is like, yes, life is hard, but it gets easy. And we personally experienced that in our life. And something that really, like, we saw this because a lot of times people will come to us and, you know, they'll meet our family or whatever, and like after some time or even right there on the spot, they'll say, man, how do you guys do that? That looks so hard.
Easy.
Yeah.
It's like, it's
you make
not.
it look so easy taking care of especially these children. And you guys, just with that being said, it's like, that's our heart.
Yeah.
The heart that we have is taking care of children with special needs. We have two children that have special needs condition. If you don't know, you can go and check out our other videos. But that is something that seems so difficult. But it is hard, but it's easy for us.
Yes.
It ain't easy, but we make it look easy.
Yeah, so we make it look like it's easy, but it's not like we don't make it look easy. It's just like, that's just how it became. Like, it feels, for us, it's like we're used to it. So it's like we kind of learn how to like take it from looking at it as this big challenge in our lives, instead of just looking at it like, oh no, they have this, and like feeling all the negative, feeling the pity and all those things. Instead of having that perspective, we changed our perspectives about the situation. We started looking at it like, okay, each step, like how can we go about raising them? It's like we have to look at each step that we take rather than looking at the big picture itself.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And I can remember, like, I'll be honest, like literally when we first had Samson, like that was really hard, you guys. It was so hard. But as I look back, like, I can't even really just, like, I know it was hard, but I can't feel, like, how hard it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it was difficult for both of us. It was difficult on our marriage. It was difficult on us individually. It was difficult on our finances. It was difficult on our mental health. It was difficult for us spiritually as well. It was so difficult in a lot of areas of our life. But as I look back, like, literally, like, just navigating through this challenge, it became easy over time, because literally from the very beginning, we didn't even think about how difficult it was.
We didn't, because it was like soon, like before he was born, that's when we had, before Samson was born, that's when we had like all the fears, all the doubts, all the worries and stuff. But I'm telling you, as soon as he came into this world, like, I don't know what happened. Like, I literally don't know what happened, but like all those fears went away and it was crunch time.
Literally, like, step number one was we just knew that we had to do what we had to do.
Yeah, it was crunch time.
The next step for us, literally when Samson came out the hospital, when he came out of Crystal's womb, it was just no thing like, what do we do? It was like, we know what to do. The only thing that we can do, and that's what made it easy in that moment. We only focused on what we can do, what we have control over. Like, for me, as the man, as the father, as the husband, I have to provide for my children. I have to provide for my wife, even in that 2-month state. So the next thing, like, I only focus on, Josh, what can you do? And literally what I did, I was working 2 jobs. Where was your mind?
Yeah, I wasn't like, oh no, it wasn't like that, like per se, but
it was there. I mean, like, you think about it.
Yeah, like, so it was there. Like, sometimes it would come and things, but like in the middle of it, healing from a C-section and everything, I literally was just like, my son needs me, and that is all that matters. Like, this is my first baby, and I love him so much, and like, I just was like, I'm just gonna be there for my baby, like, regardless of the C-section, regardless of like the condition or whatever. It's just like, my mindset was like, I have to be there, and I'm the only one who, like, in the way, like, I'm the one with the breast milk and stuff, so I have to, like, I'm the only one who can be there in that way for him. So it was crunch time, like, for real. I was like, my baby need me, I gotta go to the hospital, and I was sitting there almost every day, spending the nights up there and things like that. And so it's just like, I don't know how to explain it, but it was like a natural instinct. Like, I wasn't gonna focus on the negatives of it.
And like, I can just even recall, like, from my aspect, like I was saying, it was hard, but it was easy because, like, I just did this. I know I have to work because, like, I'm providing for my family. I'm paying the medical bills. I'm getting out of this debt so our credit score won't be messed up, so we can still, move towards financial freedom. And my family, I can really provide for my family how a man is supposed to, provide for their family, not just paying the bills, but also providing a future for my family. That's where my mind was. And yes, it was difficult, but I enjoyed that process. I loved working a lot. Like, it was like an accomplishment to me. Like, I'm taking care of my family.
Yeah.
Like, man, like, literally, I'm working all these jobs, but like, I go home, like, when Samson came out the hospital, and even while he was there, it's like, I'm paying the bills. My wife don't have to worry about nothing else. Like, she just got to worry about focusing on Samson, and all I got to do is just, man, get this money and pay the bills and take care of my family. And so even in that hard moment, like, the perspective shift, that was the big thing, is just the perspective that we had. Now, it could not have been that way. We could have had a perspective of, oh man, life is so hard, man, we in all of this debt, we got medical bills to pay, Crystal, you can't work no more, I'm the only person working, like, oh, this is so hard, I'm working so much. And you like, and both of us can be like, could have had the mindset like, oh man, my son in the hospital, they don't know if he gonna live, we don't know what to do, we can't hold him for the time that we're here, and he's in so much pain, he's drugged up. Like, it was like, literally in that moment, if we had that perspective of complaining and looking at the bad, like, life would have never became easier. Yeah. Like, it would not have been easier. It was
just gonna stay like how it was, and probably even got worse, honestly.
It would have
because when
worse,
you think negative and you just stay in that negative headspace, then it's just like, kind of, like, what's the word? It's inevitable. Like, it's gonna stay bad, and it's gonna feel even worse, and it's gonna be even worse, just being honest. So we just didn't have that, like, negative mind space, and it really propelled us into the next, like, level. So the year, like, even within that year, he was growing and he was doing so good, and we just started doing better. Just from really, us not having a negative mindset and, like, dwelling in the negativity.
Yeah, and just even going through, like, that time, like, that's not the only hard thing that we've been through. Like, we've been through other difficult things in our life, and, like, you can recall whatever your difficult situation is. Like, one thing other than having a good mindset and having a good perspective is, like, we also took action, you guys. Like, we took action in our life. We took responsibility because we had, it starts with the mind. Perspective and the mindset that you have, it starts there because it produces the action. And I can say that's one thing about us, like, the actions that me and Crystal took so life can become better. So, like, even though we was in this difficult situation, even though we still are facing difficulties and going through trials and going through hard times, like, the reason why, like, we're able, like, life become easier is because the actions that we take make life easier. Like, you can't, like, and in our situation, like, right now, we don't have the ability to heal our son. We don't have the ability for our children not to have this condition, but what we do have the ability to do is literally, how can we make life better in other areas of our life? Like, the things that we don't have control over, the things that we had control over, we took action. Like, you might find yourself, dealing with hard things in life, like, other than changing your mindset, other than, having a good perspective and focusing on the good things, now take some action, because that's one thing that I know for me and Crystal, with the actions that we took. It wasn't just all God. God gave us the strength. He gave us the ability to be able to do it. But literally, we had to do these things. Like I had to work.
Put in the work.
You know, I had to work. Like, we took action.
We had to do our part and not just allow these circumstances to overtake us, really. Because even now, looking at it now, with having two special needs children and our typical son, at first when we were getting ready to have Joseph, and like after we had him, I was like, oh my gosh, how in the world am I going to go anywhere with 3 kids, let alone 2 with the condition? And it was like, that to me was so big. And so like, but what happened was, once I started taking those steps, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to church one Sunday, and I'm gonna take all three of the kids to church. Joshua was at work. Well, he worked at the church, so he had to be there early. So it was all on me to get there. So I was like, I could just either allow this circumstance to like keep me where I am, or I could just literally like take the steps required, plan, prepare, do the things that I can do to take this step. And so once I did it, I realized, well, it's not as hard as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, because it gets easier. Like, you know,
it becomes easier.
Your mindset just get better, and then you get a routine of whatever it is. You get routines, you get systems in places, what makes it definitely easier. Like, whatever hard thing that you're going through, like literally, like you can apply. Like, I'll say, like, these are steps that you can literally take, changing your mindset and taking action. You know, but one thing though that I can also say, and I'll say this, you know, for like, just, we don't want to make this video long, but when it comes to, you know, life being hard, but it gets easier, one thing for sure is that I know, and Crystal, you know this as well, like, aside from the mindset that you have, the action that you take, literally, you guys, one thing that I can also say is God, He provides for you. He provides, like, He probably, like, think about it, like, you know, God, he probably won't give you the exact thing that you want, but God literally provides for you. He provides you with everything that you need. True. Like, and when, as we go through every difficult moment that I can think of in my life, like, God literally provided me, He provided our family with the things that we need. He provided us with the people in our life, you know, to help assist us, to even help us to go further than we think that we can go. And that's one thing that, you know, I'll just say it like that, you know, like, literally God, He supplied our needs. And when life is hard, like, life becomes easier, because, like, even with all those steps, like, God provides, and God, He makes it easier for us, you know?
He places all of these things inside of us. He gifts us with strength and peace and joy and all the different, like, things. But of course, He gives us the practical things too to help out with everything that we need to get done. So He helps us in different areas. So it's like, we have to just be the ones to do, like, because sometimes God isn't going to just do everything for us, but we have to be the ones to do the thing that it is, whatever it is, you know, like, we have to be the ones to do the thing. So.
Yeah, like, you got to have faith. Like, you got to have faith in God. You have to, and we know, like, you know, with faith, you know, faith without works is dead. But, like, literally having that faith, that'll produce the confidence in you, you know, that'll produce, you know, that'll produce the confidence in you, that'll produce the hope within you, that'll produce faith that will cause you to just move into action, move into, you know, trusting in God and seeing how God move in your life, and seeing how when you put your faith and your trust and your hope in God, like, literally, like, you begin to see how God, man, He supplies and He makes it, like, He makes it easier, man. He make the burden, you know, like it says, come to me all ye who are weary, in different versions, heavy laden, you know, heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Come to me, all of those who are weary and heavy laden, I will give you rest. And God literally does give you rest, and He gives you rest in different ways. And I know one thing, like, even how life become easier, this is the last thing. Life become easier literally when you put your trust in God, and when you allow God to move in your life, when you allow God to just really just show up and be God. When you allow God to be God, he shows up and he shows out.
So we hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And if this video has blessed you in any way, please leave us a comment down below and let us know how did it touch you, how did it help you, and we would love to hear from you guys. And we'll see you guys in the next video.
Peace out.
A lot of happy faces.
He said drop him a lot of happy faces.
We forgot to let you say it. Go ahead, say it. Say it.
Go ahead, tell him.
Give me a lot of happy faces and a lot of happy laughs.
Happy laughs and happy faces. What you want, Jay?
I want a lot of triceratops and a lot of dinosaurs.
A lot of triceratops and a lot of Stegosaurus.
So you want a lot of dinosaurs? Okay.
All right. So leave us a lot of dinosaurs. Leave us some happy faces and happy laughs. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Peace out.